So today I'm going to go over how to connect a Behringer mixer to one of their external effects processors. In this case, it's the Minifex. Now the Minifex, I don't think it's really sold anymore, but you can still find it in some places new, and you can definitely find it used. It's a good budget option if you want to add voice effects to a mixer you already have, which does not have integrated ones. In this case, the Behringer has preset voice effects, 16 of them to be exact. Now on the mixer itself, you're gonna see that it has, in this case, the Xenyx 802. It has an FX send right here, and it's a mono lead. And then you have the stereo auxiliary returns, and those will be stereo leads. While on the rear of the Minifex 800, you will have similar 1/4-inch connections. You have an input here, which can be mono or stereo, and then you have an output which can be mono or stereo. So to connect this particular mixer to our processor, we will use a mono lead, because that's all that the mixer has, into the mono input. So the FX send to the input on the Behringer FX 800. So we're going to go ahead and plug this to the FX, and then plug this to the FX send. So FX send to the input. Now we're going to take our two stereo leads, and we're going to put one on the right channel, one on the left channel, and those are our stereo auxiliary returns. So that's going to return to the mixer from the output on our processor. All right, so it's that simple. So now that it's all connected, we have several options. In this case, you choose what type of preset you want to use. Then here you can control how much processing you want. You can control the input level of the volume, so you don't have to change the volume on your mix. You can adjust it here. And likewise with your output, you can adjust your output here, so you don't have to be changing the volume on your mix. And it has a clip here where you can see if you're having too much input going into the processor. Now on the mixer itself, once you set the parameters where you want it on the FX processor, now you can control how much gain you're going to have into each channel, how much effects you're going to have into each channel, and you can control that here till you get it to a level where you like it. All right, so this would be like 50-50 on the voice versus the processing. Less processing, more processor. And you can do that individually. So you can do the microphones or the voices and not the instruments or the music. Now, if you have a mixer with built-in voice processing, such as this Xenyx X1204, you have the built-in processor here. You'll have several preset options, which are very similar to the other one. You also have 16. But if you have a different processor, or you want to combine processing, you would connect this processor the same way. So same connections to the processor, and now you would just connect the send lead here, which would be the input on the processor, and then the stereo leads here. So stereo aux returns and auxiliary send, just like on the 802. Now the difference is going to be that you have two controls now. So you have your auxiliary, that's the one that's externally connected, and then you have your FX, which refers to the built-in. So you can use your built-in FX and tweak it here, each channel individually, and then the one from the external, same thing, you can just tweak it here, and you can get some interesting combinations doing it that way. Or you can, if one gives you a better effect than the other, you can put one all the way down and just use the other one, vice versa. So you have a lot of options that way. You can also connect an external compressor or something like that, and then you can control the amount of gain here. So I hope that was useful. This is a remake of a previous one I had made, which honestly, as I watched it, it was really bad. It was about 4 years ago. So I hope this is a little clearer, a little nicer, better lighting. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe. Thanks for watching.